you 500,000 naira, but only if you let me suck your breasts. If you are not interested, I'll keep my money. But let me remind you, 500,000 naira is a lot of money. It could change your life.
Banker's life had always been a tale of determination. For 2 years, she endured the snide comments of neighbors and the sting of disappointment each time JAMB results were announced. But finally, her persistence bore fruit. She gained admission into the prestigious University of Calabar. Her excitement was unmatched, not just because she could finally pursue her dreams, but because it silenced the neighborhood gossips. For once, they congratulated her instead of mocking her family struggles. Before she left for school, Banker's parents set her down for the kind of talk every Nigerian child recognizes. "Banker, my daughter," her mother started, her voice heavy with emotion. "This school you are going to is not your village. Stay away from bad friends, concentrate on your studies, and remember the child of whom you are." "Yes, Mama," Banker replied, nodding earnestly.
"And no boys, no men, especially those promising heaven and earth with their money."
Her father added sternly,
"We sold the land your grandfather left us to see you through school. Make us proud, Banker."
"I will, Papa," Banker said, her voice soft but determined. The sacrifices her parents made weighed on her heart. She promised herself that she would not let them down. Calabar was everything Banker had imagined: bustling streets, colorful markets, and a vibrant campus life that pulsed with energy. She moved into the hostel and met her roommate, Amaka, a stunningly beautiful girl from the east whose confidence lit up every room she entered. Amaka was the center of attention on campus. She missed lectures frequently to attend parties, and her social media was flooded with pictures from lavish events. Though Banker was initially put off by Amaka's lifestyle, envy began to creep in. One sunny afternoon, as Banker walked back to the hostel with her classmate Jude, she overheard a group of students discussing an ushering job that paid 30,000 naira per day. 30,000 naira per day? Banker asked Jude. Her curiosity piqued. Jude shrugged.
"I don't know much about it, but I hear it's not for decent girls."
Banker frowned, but couldn't shake the thought of earning such money. Back in the hostel, she brought it up with Amaka. "Amaka, do you know about these ushering jobs?" Banker asked. Amaka's face lit up. "Of course, it's just normal ushering work, babe. Politicians are coming to Abuja for the weekend, and they need pretty girls to guide them to their seats, serve them drinks, that kind thing. It's easy money, 30,000 naira a day, and you will even get free transport and accommodation. You will be perfect for it." The idea of earning 90,000 naira in just 3 days made Banker's heart race. It sounded like a dream come true. "But isn't it risky?" she asked hesitantly. "Risky how?" "Babe, you're just overthinking this. Look, I have done it before, and I'm still here, right? This is your chance to make money and upgrade your wardrobe. Imagine how those neighbors of yours will feel when you come home looking fresh." Abby. Banker hesitated, but eventually agreed. The promise of easy money was too tempting to ignore. On Thursday morning, Banker and Amaka boarded a luxurious bus headed for Abuja. The organizers who had contacted Amaka had spared no expense. The girls were checked into a posh hotel, each assigned a private room. Banker couldn't believe her luck. It all seemed too good to be true. That evening, they were briefed on their duties, smiling, greeting guests, and ensuring the event ran smoothly. Everything seemed legitimate. Yet, something about the men who had organized the job made Banker uneasy. They watched the girls with predatory eyes, their conversations laced with cryptic remarks. "Banker, relax," Amaka whispered as they prepared for the event. "You are too tense. Smile more, okay? This is how big girls roll." Banker tried to push her doubts aside, but her mother's words echoed in her mind. "Stay away from the things that look too good to be true." The first night went smoothly. Banker fulfilled her duties, earning compliments for her grace and poise. But as the event wound down, one of the men approached her.
"You're new, aren't you?"
he asked. his voice dripping with charm. "Yes, sir," Banker replied nervously. He smiled, but there was something unsettling about his gaze.
You're doing well. Keep it up.
The weekend seemed to drag endlessly for Banker. Each day, she followed instructions, performed her ushering duties, and tried her best to blend in. But beneath the surface, her worry grew. The event had turned out to be less glamorous than Amaka had prescribed, and the behavior of the organizers remained suspicious. On the third day, Banker finally asked Amaka a question that had been on her mind since they arrived. "Amaka, when are we getting paid?" she asked. "At the end of the day, babe, they don't pay until everything is over. Just chill now. Happy, you don't trust me?" Banker nodded, though her trust in Amaka was already faltering. She told herself she could endure one more day. Soon, she would have her money and could leave the unsettling experience behind. That night, after the final event, Banker was in a hotel room with Amaka when a knock came at the door. "Who is it?" Amaka called out casually. The door opened and a tall, imposing man in a black outfit stepped inside. His face was stern, his eyes cold. Banker's stomach turned.
Alhaji Tukur wants to see you,
the man said, his voice low and commanding as he pointed at Banker. Banker froze. "Me?" she asked, her voice trembling.
"Yes, you. And now?"
She hesitated, panic bubbling inside her. "Why does he want to see me?" Amaka rolled her eyes and nudged her shoulder. "Banker, what is wrong with you? Abi, you don't want your money? Go now." Banker's heart raced. She didn't want to go, but Amaka's words echoed in her mind. "Abi, you don't want money?" Reluctantly, she stood up and followed the man out of the room. The man led Banker down the dimly lit hallway to a suite at the end. He knocked once before opening the door and gesturing for her to enter. Inside, the room was lavishly decorated with gold-scented furniture, thick Persian rugs, and an overpowering scent of oud. Seated on the plush armchair was Alhaji Tukur, an elderly man with graying hair and a portly figure. He smiled as Banker entered, but there was something warm about his expression. It was the smile of a predator.
"Ah, you're the beautiful one Amaka mentioned,"
he said, his voice gravely. "Good evening, sir." Banker greeted nervously, avoiding his piercing gaze. Without preamble, Alhaji Tukur leaned forward.
"Take off your clothes."
Banker blinked, stunned. "Excuse me, sir."
"You heard me.
He said, his tone calm but firm.
I'll pay you 500,000 naira, but only if you let me suck your breasts."
Banker's heart dropped. This wasn't what she had signed up for. She had been promised an ushering job, not this. "Sir, I don't think..." Alhaji Tukur interrupted her.
"No need to think too much, my dear. If you're not interested, I'll keep my money. But let me remind you, 500,000 naira is a lot of money. It could change your life."
Banker stared at him, her mind racing. She had never seen or touched that kind of money in her life. Her parents had sold their only piece of land just to send her to school. With 500,000 naira, she could take care of her school fees, buy her textbooks, and even send some money back home. "But you don't want to sleep with me, right?" she asked cautiously. The man laughed. Banker's thoughts spiraled. "It's just my breasts," she reasoned. "He won't touch anything else." And 500,000 naira. She could already imagine the pride in her parents' eyes when she sent them money. She thought of Amaka, who always seemed to be so carefree and confident, and wondered if this was her secret. After what felt like an eternity, she nodded slowly. "Okay, sir." Alhaji's smile widened.
"Good girl. Come here."
Banker approached him, her legs trembling as she sat stiffly on the edge of the lavish hotel bed. Her heart pounded in her chest. She couldn't believe this was happening. How did I end up here? She wondered. Her palms were clammy and her knees trembled as she stood before Alhaji Tukur.
"Relax, my dear,"
he said, his tone smooth.
"It won't hurt and it won't take long."
Banker swallowed hard and nodded, her gaze fixed on the patterned carpet. She had come this far, and the thought of living without the promised 500,000 naira seemed unbearable. Slowly, hesitantly, she gave in.